Every spring, my husband Kevin and I take on one big project around the house. This year we decided on the long overdue garage. This is a detached garage that was built with the house in 1959. This project is going to be one of the biggest we've ever tackled together. Along with cleaning and decluttering, the interior needs a major facelift. The roof needs to be reshingled, the garage door desperately needs to be replaced, and I plan on building out a bright and airy workshop for all my future builds and videos. Join us on our journey of turning the dark and dusty garage into the workshop of our dreams. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Grace of Goodness Gracious, and this is episode 2 in the garage series. If you haven't checked out episode 1 yet, where we completely empty and declutter the garage, go check it out and then come back. This week, I'm focusing on preparing the garage to be painted, which means filling lots of holes, drywalling. I've never attempted to drywall such a large area before, so I figured the workshop would be a great place to practice those skills. And spoiler alert, I will be putting my newfound skills into action in the house later. Before we jump in, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the little bell notifications so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, let's jump in. Okay, change of plans. This whole wall is so rough that I'm just gonna rip out this one chunk of drywall here with like the bulk of the holes and the BB gun holes. More holes, big holes, little holes, lots of holes. So I'm just gonna rip out this whole chunk of drywall, and then I should have enough drywall scraps. Together I should have enough to patch this whole the whole wall. So I'm just going around and I'm removing as many screws as I can find. And this wall was obviously a patch job from the last owners because I can see all of the screws. They must have just screwed the wall in place and then not even bothered patching it, you know? So good for me, because that helps. Then I can really see what I'm doing. Now I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna score all the edges so that when I rip the sheet of drywall out, it doesn't rip the paper, the like painted paper part off of the joining pieces of drywall. I am very afraid of spiders. Every time I reach my hands behind the drywall, I just am imagining 1,000 spiders coming out. Oh, this is horrifying for me. Now I have to find a hammer. I wonder where it is. Okay, I'm just gonna hammer in some loose nails. For some reason they half screwed it, half nailed it into place. And then I'm gonna just use a staple gun to just kind of re-stick some of that, whatever that black stuff is, I honestly don't know. You guys, you're not gonna believe me when I say this, and I don't blame you, but I drywalled that by myself. I did it myself for the first time ever, and I was so proud, and then I deleted the footage. So, we're just gonna skip over that part. actually cut this kind of in half because I said so. Kind of getting the hang of this.
I would waste it all for you.
No! What? How did that happen? Because we all know that I like to measure once and cut 17 times. I cut this the wrong way. I cut you the wrong way, didn't I? This is why Kevin did the stairs. Take 2.
I would waste it all for you. I would waste it all for you. I would waste it all for you.
I should have hid something back there for the next owners. When it comes to applying drywall compound, more is better. You want to slap on as much as you can so that when you put the tape on, it all oozes out the side so you don't have to try to pick it up and smear more behind it. Just do lots and lots of mud and you can scrape it off and make it perfect after. Here's what's ironic. I had pieced together scraps of drywall to fill in a 4x8 section when I could have just gotten a 4x8 sheet and made my life a lot easier, but I didn't want to have to wait for curbside pickup on that. And then, ironically, I ran out of drywall compound. So I had to wait to curbside pick up more compound. Woo. Well, I guess I should turn the car on. Dollar store for something to do. Safety first. I'm back and I'm good to go, so let's get to work. I have never done this before. So this tape has a line down the center where you can bend it. Careful not to get a paper cut. Okay, honestly, for being my very first time ever doing that, I'm pretty proud of how it turned out, how it's turning out. Obviously, we're done. fill the holes where an anchor was, you want to just hammer the anchor just right into the wall. There. And then you just fill that with drywall compound. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this cover out because Kevin's gonna replace the receptacle with something that doesn't make me feel like I'm gonna get electrocuted every time I touch it. Ugh. When it gets really overwhelming, like this wall, this is where the radial arm saw was, so there was constantly pieces of wood being shoved into the wall, so there's nooks and crannies and cracks everywhere. And a little tip, draw a grid on the wall and take it square by square. Otherwise, your eye is gonna catch a hole over here, you're gonna fill it, and you're gonna wind up over here, and then there's gonna be a hole over here, and you'll fill that one, and then you'll just be all over the place. There. How much work that was. That was, oh, my legs hurt. I'm gonna go order some sushi. All you do is to eat it. When you're applying the drywall compound onto the wall, you want to, I need my scraper to show you, but I don't want to go all the way out to the garage because it's cold out. One sec. Okay, let's pretend like this is your knife. Let's say this is the tape. I'm gonna over-exaggerate this just so you can understand. You wanna hold the knife at an angle when you're scraping it so that you can taper the fresh mud to the wall. The better of a job you can do at that, the less sanding you will have to do, because sanding is the devil's work.
for you.
Okay, I have a few small holes that are too small for a chunk of drywall, of course, but too big for just drywall compound. So I got this self-adhesive mesh tape. You just stick it on the hole and then drywall over it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So after all of that, I ended up doing 2 more coats, so 4 altogether, and the last 2 coats I thinned out with water, and that way it just makes it nice and runny, a nice thin smooth layer, so you can just smooth everything out in the final mudding, sand it nice and smooth, and it looks so good. I am so proud of it. Well, I hope this was informative, and moreover, I hope it was entertaining. Thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting my tiny little channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I come out with videos every Thursday around 2 p.m. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!